They go play action here on first down. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And his pass incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
His way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Here we go now.
Now this time Bortles will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Ervin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Charles, let's step into a conversation about Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the Rookie of the Year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial All-Pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back healthy playing to their level and get Deshaun Watson back sparking the offense, optimism will be high in 2018.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. this is Deontay Foreman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's go.
Watson, off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here we go. Man 38.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what...
Look at the big man rumble. 20. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, 50 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Flushed out right. Completes it to Chris Ivory. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him for a loss of about 3. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bortles now on first down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Cushing in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
And that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game. And
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. This is fielded at the goal line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they will set up shop at their... 26-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Come on, let's go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Bortles now on 1st down. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Shift together here from the D-line. They begin with a run by Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a play fake. Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Bortles. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now Bortles again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Jaguars on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Bortles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bortles, got to have this one. Flush to his right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there.